How's it going, guys? It's Carrie. All right, you hear me talk nonstop about intermittent fasting. You've probably seen so many posts where I have IF in capital letters, hashtag IF. Okay, well, I thought we'd get into it because I'm getting a lot of questions in the comments and in my messenger on Facebook. So I thought, you know what, I'll just do a quick blog. We can answer all questions. So first, let me explain what intermittent fasting is, as if the title doesn't kind of explain it. But I think you hear the title and you're like, what the heck, people aren't eating? Well, that's not good. So I wanted to kind of explain it. All right, there's 3 really popular ways that you can go about intermittent fasting. One of the more popular ones is the 16-8 method, okay? Another one is the 3-7 method, and then there's the either or. There's a couple ways you can word that one, but I wanna break down those. I personally use the 16-8 method. Obviously, there's 24 hours in a day. You sleep, what, 8 to 10 of them? So the 16-8 method is for 16 hours of your day, you're fasting. That's water, green tea, no sugar, no sweetener, black coffee, not that like triple mocha latte, choco latte, no, not that from Starbucks, it's not happening. Just black coffee, okay? You're gonna do that 16 hours a day, and then 8 hours of your day you're able to eat. That's the non-fasting, okay? You also have the 3-7 rule. That's a really popular one too. That one, basically the idea behind that one is that you pick 3 days of every 7, so 3 days out of your week, and you're fasting from when you wake up to when you go to sleep. There's that one. There's also the eat, dry, eat, I think it's called, and that one is that you pick 3 days out of the week and you only do 500 to 600 calories. You know that the average person should take in about 11 to 1200 calories a day. So you're basically cutting your calorie intake for a couple days out of the week. It really depends on the degree with what you want to try intermittent fasting. If you know anything about me, then you already know I've gotta do it all the way or I can't do it at all. So I started off with the 16-8 method. One of the first things that I noticed, major detox. I didn't realize how bloated I was. I didn't realize how like just stuck on park my entire system was. My skin was dull and terrible. I had constant cystic breakouts, really bad acne. I had all kinds of stuff going on, and it was chronic, which means you're just living day to day with it. You don't really, it kind of sneaks up on you. It's not something you wake up and you're like, man, I'm bloated. You're bloated every day. You sleep like crap every day. So you don't even know that it's happening. You're just kind of moving your life around to adjust to all these negative changes, right? Weight loss is obviously one of the biggest benefits because what you're doing in terms of detox is you're causing your body on a molecular level, on a cellular level, to what? Obviously, it's got to burn the available fat. Hence, that, right? It's got to go to the fat stores that you already have because you're up and about doing all kinds of stuff throughout the day. And so it needs something to burn because you're not putting junk in. Now, if I had to start over, I'm about 8 months now, 9 months into intermittent fasting. If I had to tell my, day one self, here's some tips. This is what I would say. Baby steps. I kind of went into it like, all right, listen, I'm fasting from, 7 p.m. to 1 p.m. the next day. So basically you wake up in the morning and I don't have my first meal until 1 p.m. in the afternoon. What I would tell my day one intermittent fasting self is, baby step it, girlfriend. Take it slow. It's not that serious. I've had a bunch of really, really good friends that have started intermittent fasting, and what I've told them is, listen, for the first 2 to 3 days, figure out what your first meal time is. So if you wake up with the kids and you're taking them to school and you come back and maybe you have a bowl of cereal or you make yourself a bagel or whatever you do, if that happens to be at 8:30 in the morning, push it back 2 hours. Do 10:30, okay? And let's say you do that for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, okay? So for Thursday and Friday, push it back 2 more hours. Okay, so now you're not having your first meal till 12:30, okay? Don't even worry about the evening up front, because I do think the evening, for me at least, is where the struggle was. So that's what I would say. Then on week 2, you can start to incorporate your evening. If you typically have dinner really late, let's say you have dinner around 9 o'clock in the evening, and maybe you do some snacking and whatnot, and you're a late night owl, so you don't go to bed till midnight. Okay, so let's bump that up 2 hours. Okay, from now on, we normally do dinner at 8. We're gonna start doing dinner at 6, and I'm gonna cut off eating at whatever that ends up being, 9, 8 p.m., whatever. Just work it on both ends by 2 hours until you hit that 8-hour sweet spot. It's really that easy. So I, right off the bat, I started 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then about a week into it, I bumped it up an hour. So 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Then it was 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. I've been at 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. for, about 8 months now. And for me, it was a game changer, an absolute game changer. There's one of the biggest things I learned about myself in the past 8 months that blew my mind is, I don't know, we all get, you get an email that frustrates you, or you've got to deal with BS throughout your day. I learned that I was absolutely an emotional eater. High stress, high emotion, any kind of drama, even high happiness. Even if it was a moment where I was super happy, my emotions were immediately and directly connected to my eating habits. So let's say I wake up in the morning and there's a stressful work email. My immediate thought is, I really want a breakfast biscuit from Chick-fil-A. I immediately would soothe any stress with food. The beauty about intermittent fasting, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, I get that email. Food isn't even an option because I can't do anything until 1 in the afternoon. So what I learned is I really broke what I'm gonna call that addiction, food addiction. I broke that over the course of 8 months, knowing that I can't eat, I'm gonna stick to this plan, I'm committed to it, and it really changed the game for me. There are a million other amazing benefits. For me personally, one of the biggest was better sleep, which sounds insane, right? But let me explain something. I told you that I was a late night grazer, right? So let's say we had dinner at 7:30 and you get my son homework done and books read and all that good stuff, and then he's up asleep at 8:30. Well, from 8:30 to 11 o'clock at night was really my time to sit on the computer, catch up on emails, whatever was going on throughout the day, and then the pantry would get involved. I would find myself a couple times a night wandering into that pantry, and before you know it, his fruit snacks for lunch and little bags of chips, and whatever I could munch on, I was addicted to doing that at night. The great thing with intermittent fasting was the cutoff time was 7 p.m. and I did not break it. If I commit to something, I'm a little obsessive about it. So this worked out perfect because I knew I wasn't gonna break my fast. Well, what I noticed is that, my stomach was grumbling because guess what? It had been trained. You're gonna eat a bunch of junk before bed, so we don't have to burn any available fat because you're gonna give us all the good new stuff. I stopped doing that, and what I realized is that my body started burning available fat, right? There's this huge shift in hormones, your body's pH balance, your insulin levels regulate, all this amazing stuff happens, and then you go to bed. And it's time for your body on a molecular level and on a cellular level, it's time for your body to do its best work. And you get a restful rest. You don't have any of this extra junk in your system because you've had 4 or 5 hours where you're letting your body do its work. So for me, the restful sleep was another plus. I didn't realize how bloated and just out of whack my whole system was until I started intermittent fasting. And by week 2, I remember being on the phone with a girlfriend who just thought I was crazy. What, can we do lunch? Can we do lunch at 11? Nope, I can't eat until 1. We can do lunch, but don't expect me to eat because I don't eat until 1. That's just crazy. That's just insane. Your metabolism's gonna come to a screeching halt. It's done the exact opposite. Once you know the science behind intermittent fasting, it'll blow your mind. Think about this for a second. First meal of the day for most people, right? It's called breakfast. Break down that word for a hot second. Break, fast. You've been fasting your whole life. You just didn't realize it was fasting. When you go to bed at 8 or 9 at night and you wake up at 8 or 9 in the morning, you've had a 12-hour fast, and breakfast breaks that fast. It's really that simple. And if you shift your attitude and open yourself up to doing the research and really just trying it, and here's the beautiful thing, tweak it to whatever works for you. If 16/8 doesn't work for you, maybe you're a nurse and you work double shifts and it just makes no sense for you not to eat because you're up the whole time. Tweak it. I don't know, make it the 10/14 or whatever, however it's gonna work for you. That's the beauty of it. Nothing is hard and fast. If you give yourself at least 10 hours of fasting time, including the time that you're sleeping, I think you'll see amazing changes. All right, so here's the deal. Tons more knowledge I wanna drop. I've got tons of links for you so you can check out some of the products that I've been using to sort of assist. Whether it's protein shakes, listen, my last meal before I start my fast, so 6:45 in the evening, because I cut off my eating at 7 p.m., is a protein shake, okay? Just a little bit, a scoop of your favorite protein shake. It can be whey-based, it can be whatever you want, and water. Also throughout the day, I make sure that I have any kind of protein bar. There's literally a billion on the market. I'll post in the links my favorite brands if you wanna check those out. The other thing, this is an intermittent fasting hack. You're gonna laugh when I tell you. Okay, so here's my thing. For the first couple of weeks, I cannot even tell you how stressed out I was about, I mean, you're watching the clock, you see 6:30, 6:45. Oh God, I have 4 minutes to eat and then I can't eat again for another 16 hours. Like, it is a little stressful in the beginning until you really mentally get used to it. And so one of the coolest hacks I came up with that's been working, I still do it to this day, is I take all my supplements before that 7 p.m. cutoff time, which is like, okay, that doesn't sound like much of a hack. Oh, it's a hack, and I'll tell you why. It takes about 20 ounces of water for me to take all my supplements. So I'm really big on any kind of immune boosting, probiotic, prebiotic, getting anything, any kind of supplement that's gonna give you, you know, your 16 fruits and vegetables, all the vitamins, minerals, all that stuff that you need throughout the day. I cannot sit down and eat 4 giant bowls of salad with fruits and veggies. I don't have time for that. I'm guessing you don't either. So you name any kind of green machine power drink that's got all your vitamins and minerals in it, I'm a sucker for that. If I can drink it in 10 ounces and have it for the whole day, I'm totally down. So here's what I was doing. I'd get my water bottle. This is 24 ounces of water, okay? I'd add my special green drink. There's a million on the market. I'll post in the link below. I'll post which one's my favorite, but there's literally, you could go to Sprouts or any kind of health food store. They all have different kind of green machine type powders that you can add to your water, okay? So that's the first thing, putting in the water. Second thing is, I will, till the day I die, I will be obsessed with probiotics and prebiotics. So I take, it's both actually. It's a probiotic and a prebiotic. I take 2 capsules every single night of a really good probiotic. Again, I'll put in the links my favorite, but there's an entire aisle at basically every grocery store. So you can find a probiotic you like. The other thing I'm totally obsessed with, hydrolyzed collagen peptides. Now listen, if you're a vegan, vegetarian, skip this whole part of my video because this is definitely not vegan friendly, but I'm telling you what, when it comes to everything, hair, skin, nails, the way that your system runs, you're gonna wanna know these 3 words, hydrolyzed collagen peptides. I just get mine off of Amazon. This is a really great brand. I've been really happy with it. This one in particular is from grass-fed beef, which is really important. They're humanely treated. And it's just a scoop. It has no flavor whatsoever. So a scoop of this goes in my water bottle along with a scoop of my green machine, my veggie, you know, all-in-one veggie powder mix. And then I have that and I chug my 2 probiotic, prebiotic pills. Let me tell you something. It might as well be a steak dinner. You are so full because you just chugged almost 20 ounces of water that has helped me so much, especially before bed. So that's one of my bigger hacks. Get your supplements, the ones that you love. I mean, it might be something for kidney health. It might be something for intestinal issues. It might be something, you know, that you take for memory or heart or blood pressure. It doesn't matter. Really get a routine of what supplements you want to take before bed. Chug them with some water, and that helps so much to curb that late night appetite. Not to mention, you've got 4 or 5 hours before you go to bed. So those supplements, they get in your system and they're metabolized and they work super fast. So you're helping yourself out. Big, big hint right there. You see? I know your mind is blown. All right, listen, I'm gonna post more right below. Just check it out. I'm gonna blog about it. Any details I missed here, but I really, really wanted to get one place where we can all kind of come together and talk about the good old blog. Because guess what? Intermittent fasting, it's been a game changer for me. It's definitely something that I will do probably for the rest of my life. I've worked it into everything. Every one of my friends knows it's pointless to invite me to a breakfast date. It's not gonna happen. I'm stuck on my intermittent fasting. I love it, all right? Any questions, post below, comment, you can get it all. I've got my email address at the top of the site. You can check there too, all right?